Green reports, scientists typically define a mass extinction as an event when more than 3/4 of all species disappeared from planet Earth in a relatively short period of geologic time. And geologists tell us that every one of these worst extinctions in the world's history, including the smaller ones, involved a significant element of global climate change and changes in the Earth's polar regions. One of the world's leading experts on sea ice and its interaction with global warming is Dr. Peter Wadhams. How has the Arctic sea ice changed over the last few decades?
Well, it started to retreat in summer around about 50 years ago, and that was detectable then, just about. But the speed of retreat has gone up very rapidly in the last few years, and it's just accelerating all the time. And the last year was the lowest area ever during the summer. There was only about 3 million square kilometres of ice left. The volume of ice that remained last summer was only about 30% of the volume that occurred in summer only 10 years ago. It's really been dropping very rapidly, and that's going to lead to a complete collapse of the ice cover in summer, and we can see that happening. It was well on its way last summer, and I think that process will continue during the next 2 or 3 summers until it's almost gone. The Arctic is warming somewhere between 3 and 4 times as fast as the planet as a whole. So if the planet warms up by a degree, the Arctic warms up by 3 or 4 degrees. And you get plumes of methane coming up, and these have been seen by expeditions that go out to areas like the East Siberian Sea. If a large methane release was to happen, what would that mean for our planet? Well, it would mean quite a rapid increase in the rate of global warming, and which has not really been fully taken account of in the predictions of climate models, which themselves are pretty frightening. With the world population going up very fast, if climate affects agriculture in a negative way, we could have a big collision between increasing population and decreasing agricultural production at a time when we need to increase our agricultural production. So that could produce a catastrophic effect much more rapidly than pure global warming. It would be something that would result in famine in a very few years in large parts of the world.
Wenn wir weitermachen wie bisher, dann können wir in diesem Jahrhundert nochmal 5 Grad Erwärmung bekommen. Dann wäre die Erde in einem Zustand, der während der gesamten Entwicklung der menschlichen Zivilisation, sogar der menschlichen Rasse als solcher, niemals vorgefunden wurde, nicht? Und wir würden in ein neues geologisches Zeitalter vorstoßen, nur diesmal menschgemacht. Und wenn eben die Eismassen bei der letzten Eiszeit bis Berlin reichten von Norden, vielleicht würde die Sahara von Süden bis Berlin reichen, wenn wir über die 5 Grad Erwärmung dann wirklich realisieren und die Erde auf diesem Temperaturniveau verharrt.
My friends, the science is clear. It is irrefutable, and it is alarming. If we continue down our current path, the impacts of climate change will only get worse. Without strong and immediate action, we can all expect new threats to critical infrastructure, regional stability, public health, economic vitality, and in some cases, even long-term viability of states.
Also wir bewegen uns zwar in die richtige Richtung, in Deutschland, in Europa, aber viel zu langsam. Der Klimawandel lässt uns leider sehr wenig Zeit für diese große Transformation. Sie muss praktisch bis Mitte des Jahrhunderts zum größten Teil mehrheitlich bewältigt sein. Und das ist das, was mich pessimistisch stimmt und was hoffentlich ein Ansporn für viele Menschen ist. Wir müssen unsere Anstrengungen verdoppeln und verdreifachen, um den Klimawandel noch rechtzeitig in den Griff zu bekommen.
Well, what we've realized is that the level of global warming at which dangerous effects will come into being is lower than what we thought a few years ago. So targets to keep global warming less than or 2 degrees Celsius are actually disaster scenarios, because the last time it was 2 degrees Celsius warmer was the Pliocene, when sea level was about 15 meters higher, and it was quite a different planet than the one we see now. If we had started in 2005 to reduce our emissions, we could have reduced them 3% a year and stabilized climate this century. If we start now, it requires 6% per year emissions reductions. If we wait another 10 years, it becomes 15% per year, which is impractical. So we really need to start soon.